Hey, my name is Ken and I help small creators under 1,000 followers make easy and consistent cinematic videos for their personal brand. Now, do you hate scripting videos? Yeah, I know, me too, don't worry. Well, at least I used to, because today I'll be teaching you 3 simple techniques to make your entire scripting process more easy and enjoyable. To start off, we have intros. Now, to start off a video, it's always nice to do a self-introduction to a cold audience. That is literally what I did 10 seconds ago. Your current audience won't mind at all. If you do a cold introduction, your current subscribers and followers, they don't really care. Your new audience will appreciate it, especially if you are doing like educational content. So this is especially useful for educational channels and educational videos. I start off all my tutorials the exact same way, but with different words. For example, hi, my name is Ken and I blah, 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 blah. What's up? My name is Ken, blah, 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 blah. This is only for long form videos though. I don't suggest doing this for shorts and reels and TikToks because no one will really care. But for long form videos, this is the perfect method. If you don't want to introduce yourself though, you can just say what your video is going to be about. Just summarize to your audience what's going to happen or what to expect in your video. Set expectations in the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video, okay? Stick with the same intro for all of your videos if you are using an intro so that you are consistent. It is so easy to continue writing when you've written your introduction down. So when you've written like, hi, my name is, or whatever your cold introduction is, it's so easy because once you do an introduction, then you do what they can expect and blah, blah, blah. After that, it becomes so easy because then like you are subconsciously like, okay, this is what the video is about. Let's write about it, you know? The first sentence is always the hardest to come up with because that's where you start your entire video. But once you have written that first sentence down, you enter the flow state of scripting and it becomes great. Next is prompts and dot points. For every piece of content, you must have a short prompt. This is just a topic or a quote, a sentence or a question. For example, the prompt in this video that you're watching right now is hate scripting your videos, ? Here's how to make it 10 times easier. That is literally the prompt. Now, once you have something like that, a prompt, using your main prompt, list multiple dot points that relate to it. Okay, this is literally how you script. What I mean by listing multiple dot points that relate to it is like write subtopics. For example, there's always a main topic that you want to talk about, but then there's like subtopics that go along with that. So that is what your dot points has to be. And you just keep niching down. Like you talk about subject A, then you talk about A.1 and A.2 and A.3, right? You can even write sub dot points underneath each one. And it just keeps going because that is how the flow of scripting goes. So this is how I approach dot point scripting. Just spam as many dot points as possible. Just spam it. This will get all of your thoughts in your head about that prompt that you're writing about written down for later editing. Okay, so just write it down first. Don't worry about writing the perfect dot points. Just write it and spam it all in your notes, all on your page. And then once you wrote all your points, erase the irrelevant and unimportant points. So let's say you've spammed all of the dot points you can possibly spam. Go back to the top and then just pick and choose which ones you want to include in the video. This will help you avoid losing your audience's attention because if you remove the things that are unimportant and trashy and like we call it fluff, then it helps people stay engaged. So ask yourself, will my video change if I remove this part? For example, if you see a sentence and you ask this question, will my video change if I actually remove this sentence? If I remove this dot point and that dot point? And if the answer is yes, then keep it. If it's really that important, keep it. If no, then obviously you might remove it because it's just fluff at that point. And you just have to be harsh with it. This technique is most useful with long form videos because short form videos, there's barely any time for you to ramble on using dot points. Now, storytelling words, however, is a different story. Use the following words to start every new sentence. Now, before I get into it, I just wanted to say that this counts mostly for short form videos and not really for long form videos, but it does count for both, okay? But I use it for short form videos only. So the words include and, because, then, so, therefore, however, and but. And this technique is super useful to tell an engaging story because humans love stories, okay? Especially ones with twists and turns. Therefore, the better your story is, the easier it is for you to write your script. And this counts for both long form and short form videos once again. However, it's hard to get used to when you first try it out. So it takes practice. But if you don't believe me, just look at the start of each sentence here. See, I used the exact same technique with these dot points. If you're struggling to stay consistent as a small creator, then you can join me inside Creatopia, my community, and I can personally guide you inside. I host live Q&A calls every week with me and all the other influencers that I bring on into my community. This is where you can ask for advice, for insights, and just basic inspiration. I also give away tons of practical techniques inside my classroom courses, which is revolving around like coming up with content ideas, filming yourself, video editing, script writing, and building a content system that will sustain your personal brand. All in all, it just makes the entire cinematic content creation process easy and efficient. That is the mission of this community. So click the link in the description below to join us today.